What up, YouTube? Welcome to the Living Freed channel. My name is Tyler Freed, and today I'm going to be talking about the best way to spend your time on your drive shift if you are an over-the-road truck driver. It's been a while since I've made some videos. I'm going to start being a little more consistent with it. It's been a few months, actually, since I've made videos. But yes, like I just said, I'm going to be a little more consistent with it. I just got off of home time. I was stuck in Texas, which is where I'm from. I was stuck in Texas because of the snowstorm and ice and all that. You know, you really couldn't move. So I had a lot of time to sit there and think and spend time with family and everything. And I'm ready to start doing this YouTube thing a little more consistent. So if you like this video, at the end of it, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more trucking information, life information, everything. But I'm really refreshed and everything from sitting and a little restless, actually. But today I'm going to be talking about the best way to spend your time on your drive shift. And, you know, so the thing is with trucking is you have basically, 9 to 10 hours a day where you're doing nothing but driving. So, I kind of want to give some pointers to people, some tips on how they can take their education level and totally enhance it, totally take their education level to the next level, right? And I have done that. I've been driving over the road for about 2 years, 2 years and a couple months. And, I do nothing but listen to audiobooks and listen to videos that educate me on business, on health, on economics, on investing money, budgeting money, many different topics, on relationships, on a lot of things, right? And I believe I've gotten the equivalent over these last 2.5 years I've gotten the equivalent of a bachelor's degree in business, and in psychology. And all of that is due to driving a truck. So while I've made good money and everything, I have not wasted my time over the road. I have listened to countless audio. I've probably listened to about over 200 audiobooks between listening and reading, because I also do physically read books, but I've listened and read over 200 audiobooks pertaining to business, investing, money, economics, things like that over the last 2.5 years. And it's just done amazing things. And all I do is listen to it while I drive. I invested money into a Kindle where I can download audiobooks online and also download the physical book so I can read it when I stop and on my free time while I'm stopped at a shipper or receiver, or I'm taking a 34-hour reset or whatever. But while I'm driving, definitely listen to the audio tape, right? There's a lot of free audiobooks on YouTube as well. So, so basically where I'm going with this is that is the best way to spend your time out here. My advice would be, do not waste any time in this truck on politics, or music, or whatever. Things that are not teaching you anything. Things that are actually negative and make people depressed, or, music doesn't make people depressed. I'm not saying don't ever listen to music, but, limit that. If you listen to music all day, okay, listen to music for like an hour of your drive shift, and then take the next 9 hours or 10 hours and learn something. There's so much information. Like, say you're a truck driver and you want to be an owner-operator. Well, you need to learn about business before you buy a truck. You need to learn about the trucking business. There's books about this business. There's books about every aspect of this business. Yeah, there's YouTube channels and everything, but there's actual textbook information out there that you can learn all the information you need to know about the industry you're in. So don't waste your time. That is the biggest mistake I believe people make when they get into trucking. I've known of people that actually do go to college online and get a degree while they're out here running the road. Because they make enough money to really pay their way through school if they want to go that route. I think that's another great thing. Also, if you don't want to start a business in trucking, you don't want to read about that, you could learn how to do photography. You could learn how, you could just learn another skill by sitting here during your drive shift and focusing on learning something. And that's the number one investment you can make, actually, is in yourself. There's no asset that is better than your brain. Time and your education level is everything. What you invest into what you know, the time you invest into what you know, that's everything to your future. That's going to make you more money than a stock will or a piece of real estate will. The knowledge you have is more important than that. Those things are great too, and those are definitely important. And I'm going to make videos about stocks, real estate, investing, things like that, budgeting. But if you don't have an education on how to make that money, how to, develop a skill, right? Then, knowing about investing and everything's not going to do you any good. And I'm not saying that's what you have to be learning. You could just learn a whole new skill. It's just the time you have. Think about it. You're just sitting there in the truck. If you're just listening to music, you're not learning a thing. If you're sitting there listening to a bunch of drama, you're not learning a thing. You're not getting better. Yeah, you have a good job and you make good money, but you're not getting better. You're stagnant. And you don't want to be stagnant. We live in the information age, and technology gets better and information changes every day. So you've got to constantly be educating yourself. There's no such thing as I already know everything. Just in the industry I'm in trucking, things change in this industry all the time. Laws, regulations, but things change. Technology changes. I need to keep up with that. I need to know what is going on. And a lot of guys do it. I know a lot of truck drivers who are extremely intelligent. I also know a lot of them that don't educate themselves at all. They just drive and they don't spend time learning anything. So, long story short, that is the moral of this video. The number one best thing you can do is to read, learn something while you're out here on the road, and especially when you're driving that 10-hour drive shift. Like today, right? I'm basically doing nothing but driving today. So once I get done with this video, I'm going to pop on the audiobook I was listening to, and that's how I'm going to spend the rest of my time. And I'm going to learn something today, while that one driver who is just listening to music isn't learning anything. And you're going to have an edge on, especially in trucking, you're going to have the edge over almost everybody that decides to start a business, that, decides to become an owner-operator, or they want to start a fleet. You're going to have an edge over them because you're more educated than they are. The drivers that I know that have become really successful in this business all educate themselves constantly. They're constantly learning. And in other industries, every millionaire that I personally know, everybody that I know personally that makes a six-figure income or more, every single one of them are constantly educating themselves. Whether that's listening to podcasts, listening to audiobooks, reading books, going to seminars, okay? All of that. They're not spending their time on BS. Yes, do they spend, do they have fun here and there, watch a movie? Yeah, I'm not talking about, sometimes every once in a while you binge watch a movie for a day or whatever, or whatever, right? But if it's every day, that wasted time adds up. It compounds on itself, and you end up not learning anything. And that's a dangerous thing. In today's day and age, times are changing. So I just want to wrap this up. You know, if you like what I was talking about in this video, please, again, like this video and subscribe to my channel. The channel is